Okay, so we scared you all with our last video, which was about our 5 worst gigs, with the caveat that there really no such thing as a worst
There is no bad gig.
Even though they're kind of
Nice.
They're kind of is.
If you watch the video, you know
that there is such
They've
a thing.
not traumatized us at all.
We're fine. Get a little.
We'll never be the same.
Anyway,
We have a list of 5 top gigs, and we actually could make the list quite a bit longer. I bet we could at least 2 gigs.
what was a
We
nice
are very
feeling
fortunate.
is that there were several gigs that we kind of had to chop out of this list because we have
a lot.
maybe it's because we're too positive and we're fudging some of the experiences a little bit in our mind's eye. But
There's a lot of
I
cool
don't really
gigs.
think so. I mean, we've played with so many gigs. Thankfully, we've had a lot more good ones than bad ones.
Okay, well, I'll start us off with this one because we moved to Minnesota. It was a very transformative moment for us.
Maybe
because
say when we did.
when right before we started our undergraduate together. We took a gap year right after high school.
Yeah, we were 17 when we moved.
And we plugged in immediately, playing tons and tons of music. We didn't have social media or anything, so it was just all grassroots, words of mouth. It was amazing. And
Words of mouth.
Words of mouth, just spilling out of our
words
mouths.
of mouth.
Wordsing out of our mouths, out of their mouths.
We were just afraid what social media would do to these 3 gorgeous young men that are moving to.
We had serious
Minnesota.
style back. If you think we're stylish now, just
You should have
some of those old pictures, man. Look out. Anyway, one of our opening shows to the area, we played in the local hockey arena.
Yeah, that was not like a typical small town hockey arena. This was Hockeytown, USA, brand new hockey arena.
Yeah.
And so not only was it packed with 6,000 people, but it was televised to all their employees. So it was reaching 14,000.
Well, and it was cold too, so it's kind of a fun challenge because you're playing for this great event. But at the same time, you're doing all these weird things to try to stay warm. We're bundled up. We have hand warmers
because you're playing on the ice.
yeah,
It
we
was
played
30
in the
degrees,
center
I
of
think.
the ice.
Yeah, that's a really cool gig.
It was really fun. It was also around Christmas, so it was a Christmas show. And it was really fun.
Now we have to mention our next favorite would be the Bluebird. We just played that one, and everyone would say that their favorite, one of their favorite places to play is the Bluebird, but it's for a good reason. I mean, we sold out that show within 5 minutes, which was fun. But then also, when you're there, every single seat is full, and every little space in the church pews they have in the back is full.
And the only reason they're there is because they want to hear your songwriting, and they know something special is happening because it's the Bluebird.
Yeah, and even though they're eating food right before you play, as soon as you start your concert, it's dead quiet, and they're just listening to what you have to say. I felt like we had
Such
a
a
really
respectful, sweet
great,
audience.
tailored set list, and everyone was just hanging on each word we were singing. And
I'll say, when you're also talking about our favorite gigs, a lot of the times it's not even, it was just a great venue and it was a great crowd. It's the performance that we gave and the experience we had when we were offering that concert.
Yeah, it was what
Because
it needed to be.
We've played thousands and thousands of shows, and almost all of them have been great shows. Most of the time, we're very happy with how we perform, but there's times where everything just clicks, and you're playing off of each other well. The songs are landing. The way that you introduce the songs, the way that you perform, and the way that we're unified as a team and as brothers. When all that comes together, that's when you have a really powerful show, and that's what happened at the Bluebird.
And you walk in, and then you're meeting people who they're vacationing from Germany, from London,
Russia.
and then all over the U.S. and they come to the Bluebird because it's the Bluebird, and they are just so excited to.
But what's
hear
cool
you
is that's
share
only
your music.
number 4 on our list,
Yeah.
and I think it's really special that when we were talking about our 5 best gigs, that it was beat out by another one here, local, but in our new hometown of Gallatin, Tennessee, at the Palace Theater, which is just a beautiful movie theater that was one of the first. It's like the earliest silent movie theater, I think, in Tennessee or something like that. We were so worried because we were creating the event, we were hosting the event, we just didn't know if we could get people to show up. And not only did we sell out, but we had standing room of over 30 people that showed up extra at the door, and we were turning people away because there was absolutely no capacity. And so that was just a beautiful feeling to feel like we were so welcomed here.
Well,
And
it's
it
a
was
cool historic theater, and everyone was listening well and digging into our songwriting.
Yeah,
it
we
felt like a
had-
good welcome home,
we had a couple openers that were from a local, like students that are from a local school, Cedarstone, that did an amazing job. And then we got to kind of mentor them in the back when they were asking about what it's be like to be a full-time musician on the road and all that.
So we totally didn't tell them about our bombed gigs.
I think we did actually.
We probably did, actually.
Because
This is real life, kids. Are you sure you want to do this?
Don't do it. Give up.
Yeah, but I guess what was neat about that one is that is just a neutral venue. So the people who show up, you really know what your fans are like.
Yeah.
And that was a cool thing about that gig because they didn't have a curated audience. These people, I mean, a lot of them, they came from the church I started music directing at last September, and they drove extra far just to be there. And you start seeing, like, our demographic is unusual. A lot of bands have a certain age range. Ours goes from, I mean, we had
Toddlers.
a lot of kids there, and when we had some elderly people there and everything in between. People who love good music and love to think and love good musicianship.
We made a lot of good new friends too, just in the area and plugging ourselves in. It's nice to feel like you really are making a true, authentic, like face-to-face following, not just like the kind of ephemeral stuff that you see online.
Our next, one of our top favorites, actually is back in Florida, the Florida Folk Festival. We headlined that in one of their evening slots. Man, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think we were the closing headliner on a Friday night, and
There were just so many things that made that such a timeless moment. And we were all talking. There was like one specific moment in that gig too that all stuck with us. We were playing "Dance for Love," and the stars were just coming out. Dusk was falling. There was this lovely evening breeze coming through. Everyone was just listening and absorbed in the music.
it's just gorgeous outdoor amphitheater.
It felt like the music just
historic
floated in the
bell
air,
tower, and
Yeah.
the ancient Florida oaks.
And such a good listening audience.
And you've got 800 or so people just sitting out there for your music. It was the most perfect night, but then our music, it was just like wafted out on this breeze. Yeah, it was.
You're surrounded by these ancient trees.
That one was
everywhere.
totally for us. Like there's moments where you feel like, oh, there was an amazing audience. They're like so good for our career. Blah blah blah. Hockey arena, so many people. That one, it was a personal experience.
Yeah.
Like it just filled your soul up.
Our top number
Deep breath
one
of
gig
goodness.
is kind of like that, but I think it worked both ways. Because it was almost a catalyst for helping us do what we do now, understanding our own sound and our own writing, because it was
And
a
our
collaboration we
ability.
did with the Symphony of the Americas. We were performing at the Broward Center of the Arts, right?
Yeah.
In Fort Lauderdale. They had commissioned us to write music for their orchestra where they would accompany our band playing our original music. So that is like
Already
huge.
That's
lifetime.
the biggest honor right there. That was for the second half. The first half was us playing Beethoven's Triple Concerto with their orchestra. And we were sweating.
I think
Yeah,
we
Beethoven
closed
was
with
the second
Beethoven
half.
Triple
We
because
closed with Beethoven? Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
got to open
Oh,
with
wow.
the amazing
I felt like I
experience.
was nervous first. Okay.
No, okay. Well, Beethoven's Triple Concerto is undoubtedly the most difficult thing I ever had to play on cello. It's so exposed. You have like minutes of just solo cello.
Just like the cello's
At
already
the-
starting.
I know, everything. The cello had to start everything. It was so stressful. And then I'm sitting on a raised platform in front of the orchestra. And
I didn't get a raised
because the cello
platform.
is better than everybody else. That's why.
Yeah, but my instrument was biggest. I was on piano. It was like some crazy 9-foot thing.
But I mean, it's such a powerful, beautiful. It's like a 45-minute piece, just that one
It
Beethoven
is
piece.
really pretty.
But then we did Charleston Massacres and a few others with our band and had the orchestra behind it.
Oh, and you
but
feel that like wash of sound.
you
behind
begin
you.
telling
Oh,
this story that is so historic, and at the time it hadn't happened in that. It was pretty recent at the time, that shooting at Charleston. And to be able to sing that story, and as you're telling it with your band, you have 40, 50 pieces coming in behind you and helping paint that picture and tell that narrative. It was unbelievable. I remember the first rehearsal, I had to fight so hard just to remember the lyrics, even though I'd sung it over and over and over again. Just because it's a beautiful, powerful thing to have so many people involved to paint that picture.
So it's always been one of our big dreams.
And
is,
also
we need to make
knowing
this
like
happen again
who we
somehow.
were as composers what we had written for orchestras really worked. You don't have that many opportunities as a composer to hear full orchestra player music.
I think that's one of the coolest things for me as an artist. It opened up my mind to what we were capable of because we were still pretty young. I mean, we had just started
Fresh out of
doing
college.
professional work as a band. Like before that, it was almost like a hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just given a credit for it in college. That's kind of what kept it going.
Cool.
But we not only were able to do our band and these original songs that we had written, but we did our orchestrations. We did our classical performance with Beethoven, and it was kind of honoring to what we've worked at our entire years as musicians, and I think it just paved the way for what we would continue to do.
And it all clicked. Like the orchestra paired with our original sound works in a really beautiful and surprising way. Like that after that happened, it set a spark going. Like we can't stop with this. And so we performed with a bunch of other classical groups since then,
So-
but never another orchestra.
So for all of you
Yeah.
mini orchestras that are listening to this video, just know that we have orchestra or full orchestrations and parts
a lot
ready.
of new ones since those.
And if
actually.
you hear one of our songs and you're like, man, I would just love to hear what an orchestra
With my
sounds like
orchestra.
behind that, you don't have to wonder because we have the orchestrations. We can write them just like that. So,
But anyway,
Give us
all
a
these
call.
gigs, they're amazing. And they gave us the motivation to just keep doing what we're doing, even when we do have to go to a random old farm and pull keys out of boots. And
Yeah, that
basically
motivates you in a different
break
way,
into
you know?
somebody's house. Which, if you're wondering what that is, you have to check out our 5 Worst Gigs video. Just don't be a sicko and only watch that one.
yes, please support us in our success.
There's no bad gig.
Yeah, we'll keep saying that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to hear any other stories that we have, just let us know in the comments. We love to tell our stories, and we love to also let you know what it's been like, this journey of being a full-time musician. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, spread the word, stay tuned for more music coming your way, and we'll see you soon.